ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to another edition of Paul Westbrook's Cinema Picks of the Week. Yes, and of course I'm your gracious host, Paul Westbrook. And before I start, I just want to let you all know that making these videos is a lot of fun, and I want you to make sure that you like and subscribe to these videos. And please leave a comment, because I like to hear the little comments, whether it's good or bad, improvements that we can make to the show or whatnot. But at the same time, we hope that a lot of the comments are good, because we like to have all the good stuff. And speaking of the good stuff, let's get to it. The first movie is Man of Steel. Yes, the movie starring Henry Cavill, yes, playing the part of Superman, taking over, believe it or not, from Brandon Routh, who played Superman in Superman Returns 2006. This was a total reboot done by 300 director Zack Snyder. He wanted to make his own version of Superman, so he came up with this one. This one has a rebooted Superman origin, like how Superman came to Earth and became Superman. The difference in this one is they go into the allegory of Superman being an alien, having to be accepted by society in general, like his new adopted planet. And it was very good. Like, I thought Cavill actually... Like, he's a British actor, so we kept thinking, oh my god, it's a British Superman. But I thought he did really well as Superman, and you don't really see him as Clark until later in the show, like Clark Kent, as you know him. But there's a lot of action in this one, though. Like, the one problem I might have had with it is that it starts off with his origin, then it skips to certain details like young Clark and all this stuff, and then it sort of jumps a bit forward in events. But once you get to see him as Superman in the new Superman costume, it's worth it. It's definitely worth watching. And the whole second half of the film, though, it's just, there's a lot of violence, though. So compared to the 1978 version, where there was more story and substance and dealing with his origin and growing up as Superman, as young Clark too, and then becoming Superman. You, in this one, you get this, there's a lot of violence. Like, there's a whole big battle scene in Metropolis, and well, Smallville and Metropolis. You get to see these big battle scenes, and Michael Shannon plays the part of General Zod in this one. And Michael Shannon is a really good actor. He started off as an independent film actor and went into more of the mainstream films such as this one. But yes, this one I have here on a Blu-ray 3D my sister gave to me. Although in this one it's more or less I just have the DVD copy and the Blu-ray copy with some good extras too. You get a lot of good extras, about 4 hours worth. And it's definitely a movie that you would definitely like. If you like Superman and you like DC Comics and you're very familiar with the mythos of the character, it's one I would recommend. Now, that movie was followed by Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. Yes. This movie I absolutely loved. I went to see it in Ancaster, as well as, believe it or not, I saw Man of Steel in Ancaster. And I remember I had a cold that time when I first watched this, so sitting in the theater with a cold isn't exactly the most fun. But, really good film, fantastic. Got to see Batman meet Superman for the very first time, and I'm not giving any spoilers away, so you don't expect to hear anything there, since I'm just giving you a little idea of the story. But yes, Batman doesn't really trust Superman, so Batman has this crusade to try and do battle with him, I guess. And Jesse Eisenberg You might know him from The Social Network and American Ultra. He plays the part of the villainous Lex Luthor in this one. And yes, Wonder Woman is introduced by Gal Gadot, as that's who plays Wonder Woman. She also played her in the Justice League movie and in the Wonder Woman movie, which actually did really good, which was directed by Patty Jenkins. That too was a really good film, and another one I think you should see. If you absolutely love superhero mayhem, this one. It's a little bit of a darker story, but it's worth the price of admission. I got this on a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, and I remember getting it at Walmart. So yeah, if you want to get it, it should still be out there. Finally, after that one, you get to see all the heroes who, believe it or not, a couple of them make cameos in this one here. You get to see the whole Justice League in this movie here. With Flash, you get Aquaman, is played by Jason Momoa, who also did his own movie. Flash didn't get his own movie yet, by the way. Of course, Henry Cavill as Superman, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, Ben Affleck as Batman, and now what we can say was his final appearance as Batman, because sadly Ben Affleck's no longer doing Batman, and now we've got Robert Pattinson, so we have to wait and see how that one's going to turn out. And then we have Ray Fisher, who played Cyborg, and Cyborg was a character introduced in the Teen Titans in 1982. Oh yes, and Ezra Miller plays the part of the Flash, aka Barry Allen. Yeah, this one was good. The problem I had with this one that I wasn't really keen on is the fact that I thought the villain was very weak. Kieran Hines plays the part of Steppenwolf. Like, originally, I think Zack Snyder was supposed to do the character of Darkseid for this one. And they were supposed to introduce the whole Darkseid thing. But sadly, Zack Snyder's daughter committed suicide while they were filming this, so he had to advocate directorial duties, and Joss Whedon, who directed The Avengers, he took over, and they shot some new footage and stuff like that, and added little bits there that weren't in the original script. But yeah, this one closely follows Man of Steel here, Man of Steel, and also follows the Batman vs. Superman. But the actual order would be Man of Steel, followed by Batman vs. Superman, followed by Justice League. And yeah, I would certainly recommend that anybody sees these films. And if you love the comics, it's great. Fantastic. And even if you don't, just watch it for the sake of watching a good film. It's a good way to escape for about 2 or 3 hours. So anyway, those are my 3 movies of the week. So again, it would be nice if you'd like this video and subscribe and leave some comments. And I usually like to write back too, so you probably get to see some of my my return comments. But that's the show for today. I wish you all a good night, and I'll be seeing you at the movies.